Get ready, webheads. We're talking Amazing Spider-Man. Alright guys, so we're going to go over all the Amazing Spider-Man keys out of this collection. Again, all of these books came out of this same collection. I will put the link in the bio to see that video. We're actually not going to go over every key. We'd be here all day. There's a lot of Spider-Man keys, so I picked out some of the better ones. And I do want to apologize ahead of time if there's a little glare here. What are you going to do, right? Lights. I don't have a whole bunch of lights. Two things I want to talk about, though. First, number one, these collections still exist out in the wild. You can find them, okay? They don't grow on trees. They're very hard to come by, but when they do, you got to jump on them. You get them, but they are out there. They exist, all right? That's number one. And number two, if you're new to the game, you want to familiarize yourself with these books, these covers, these numbers, these characters, okay? Because these keys are out there. You want to get them. You want to get them for a good price, all right? We're going to start with some more modern books. First up, Amazing Spider-Man 194. This is the first appearance of Black Cat. Tough book to get in super high grade because of the dark edge. We know who the Black Cat is, right? So, again, I apologize if there's a little bit of a glare here. Moving on, Amazing Spider-Man 238. This is the first appearance of Hobgoblin. This book is really, really important. You'd want to open this book, is what I'm trying to say. There's tattoos in this book. A lot of times the tattoos have been removed. Let's open them, or open this. We're not going to open the tattoos. We're going to open the book here just to show you what I'm talking about. You want to check for this if you find this book in the wild, all right? First of all, on the first page, you should see a little flyer like this. Okay, and on the last page, your tattoos are in here. Okay, you don't want to remove those. That will sabotage your book, cut the value in half. You want those tattoos in there and intact. Again, Amazing Spider-Man 238, first appearance of Hobgoblin. Next up, actually two. This guy didn't have too many doubles of books because he was a reader, so he just bought one onto the next, bought it onto the next, bought it onto the next. He actually had two copies of this. Maybe he did it by accident. I don't know. Benefited me. This is Amazing Spider-Man 361, a book on the rise because Carnage will be in Venom number 2, and he had two of them. So there you go. First appearance of Carnage. So let's go around here. First appearance of Black Cat. This is ASM 194. ASM 238. First appearance of Hobgoblin. Check for those tattoos. Over here, ASM 361. First appearance of Carnage. First full appearance. Actually, he cameos in 360, but nobody ever talks about that. Good. Got him. Mental note. Screenshot. On to the next batch. The next batch. All McFarlane. All important. All keys. First up, Amazing Spider-Man 298. First McFarlane on Amazing Spider-Man. Next up, ASM 299. This is the first Venom cameo. Nobody really talks about this book because the next one is more important. Covers look the same, don't they? I always get them confused. Again, first McFarlane, first Venom cameo. Next up, ASM 300. This is the first full appearance of Venom. This guy had a lot of Spidey books. We're going to be here a while. All right, all McFarlane. Next up, the next book is not a very expensive book, except if you can get it in a 9.8. It's very difficult to get this book at a 9.8. This is Amazing Spider-Man 301. This is not going to make a 9.8. This will not be going to CGC. So far, out of these 8 books, maybe, let me look at these a little closer. Maybe we'll send the Hobgoblin. We're not going to send the Carnages. Maybe the Black Cat. So maybe 2 of them. We're not going to send these. We're not going to send any of these 4. These aren't going to go to CGC. So maybe 2 so far of the 8. So, recap. First McFarlane on Spidey. ASM 298. ASM 299, first cameo Venom. ASM 300. You've seen this book before, so I don't get into it. First full Venom. ASM 301. Again, this is not an expensive book, except in a 9.8. Not a lot exists in 9.8. Got it? Moving on. And none of these are going to CGC. We're gonna go a little older now. We're gonna go back. So we went from like late 70s to early 80s, all the way to mid 90s, then late 80s. We're gonna go back a little bit. This is a book on fire right now. A book that will be going to CGC. I'll probably send this one out to CGC, although I'm probably expected to get a 5. This is Amazing Spider-Man 101, first appearance of Morbius. A book that is climbing because as of not too long after, before I recorded this video, the trailer dropped for Morbius, the Sony movie. Doesn't look half bad. I think it comes out later this year. I don't remember. Either way, this book's going up right now. So you've probably missed your opportunity to buy if you're looking to flip. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man 121. This is The Death of Gwen Stacy. This book will probably be going to CGC. Death of Gwen Stacy, followed up by Amazing Spider-Man 122, which is The Death of Green Goblin. This one may not be going to CGC. It might go to CGC as well. Of these two books, this is the more valuable one. This one, big time. Gwen Stacy, classic cover here, right? I think we've all seen this one. So one more in that little bronze window. I don't know if you really consider this bronze, but we'll see. ASM 129, first appearance of Punisher. This will be going to CGC for sure. Great book, holds value. So far, this is the best book out of the batch. So a couple books going to CGC out there. Probably all of these going to CGC here. First Morbius, Death of Gwen Stacy, Death of Green Goblin, first appearance of Punisher. Got it? Got it. Let's go to the next 4. We're going to go back in time some more. Again, all out of the same collection. Every one of these books out of the same gigantic collection. First up, Amazing Spider-Man 31. This probably is not going to go to CGC. This is the first appearance of Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn. All right, dual first appearance. This book, in my opinion, has room to grow, especially with the MCU. If Harry Osborn shows up, which there's a little rumor he's coming in Spidey 3. Watch this book climb a little bit. I've always felt this is undervalued. I actually like the cover, but watch out for this one. We have a classic Ditko cover on the next one. Just an awesome book. So these two. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man 43. This is the first appearance of Mary Jane. Another one will not be going to CGC. And don't get this one confused with Amazing Spider-Man 41, which is the first appearance of Rhino. And this one is probably not going to CGC. All right. So we have first Harry Osborn, first Gwen Stacy. It's a classic Ditko cover. First Mary Jane, first Rhino. All out of the same collection. Let's go back even further. Let's go back a little more. Whew. First up, the second appearance of the Green Goblin. This is Amazing Spider-Man 17. All right, oldie there. Not going to go to CGC. Unfortunately, I don't know if the next one's going to go to CGC. I haven't made up my mind yet. This is a huge book. It's just in terrible condition. A book that is climbing in value thanks to the MCU. This is Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1. First appearance of the Sinister Six. Unfortunately, this copy has a detached front and back cover. Granted, it's a square-bound book. It's hard to get in high grade, especially this old. 1964. First appearance of the Sinister Six. The MCU is building that. You can kind of see it coming. A lot of talk about it. Bittersweet to find this in the collection. It's awesome. I've never found one before in the wild, but this one is like a 0.5 grade. Will it go to CGC? I doubt it. I don't think so. These next two also pretty beat reader copies of early Spidey that won't be going to CGC. This first one is ASM number 8. Unfortunately, probably detached cover, spine roll, obviously red. My man Victor owned it. Victor V. Or Victor N. Victor N. Whoever it was. God rest his soul. If he's not with us anymore. Either way. Beaten to hell. Read a million times. Super early Amazing Spider-Man. The next one, this one hurts a little bit because this is a little bit of a bigger book than this. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 5. Again, probably a 0.5. Beat to hell. Reader's copy. At least Victor didn't put his name on this one. But I don't know if this one was Victor's. So, ASM number 5. Probably a 1.0. I don't know. Not looking sharp. So, none of these will be going to CGC. But again, you have the second appearance of Green Goblin. First appearance in ASM 17. ASM Annual number 1, first appearance of the Sinister Six, front and back, cover, detached, bummer. Amazing Spider-Man 8 and Amazing Spider-Man 5. This is actually the first Doom outside of the Fantastic Four, I believe, and first Doom crossover. 4 books. 3 of the 4 are in pretty bad condition. So, what are you going to do? There's a lot in here. Next 4. These are good ones. These are probably all going to CGC as well. First up, Amazing Spider-Man 50. First appearance of Kingpin. Not only is it a classic cover, it's a big-time key. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man 20. First appearance of Scorpion. All right, another one that's probably going off to CGC. It's probably going to come back like a 4. Maybe a 3.5. Not a high grade, but still, these early Spidey keys you want to get graded. Next up, another hot book, by the way, before I get into it. Another spec book, another big-time key early Spider-Man villain that is climbing the way Mysterio did when he was announced and even when he was rumored. This is Amazing Spider-Man 15, first appearance of Kraven the Hunter. People are speculating he's going to be coming in the next I say ASM, but they don't call him Amazing Spider-Man. Next Spider-Man movie. First appearance of Kraven. This one's going to CGC. This one doesn't look half bad. Maybe a 4. You know, it's hard to get high grades on those early Spideys. Last but not least, one of my absolute favorite villains, one of my favorite covers. I used to have 4 of these books and I sold them all off. I kind of regret that, but this is ASM 14, first appearance of the Green Goblin. Probably a low grade. We're missing a bit. I don't know where this corner went. Maybe Victor has it. I have no idea, but probably like a 1.5 grade. Maybe if they're feeling generous, 2.0. Now, the colors do pop on it, though. Colors look good. Unfortunately, that corner is missing. Maybe a 1.5. So, one more time. Going around. First Kingpin, that's Amazing Spider-Man 50. Amazing Spider-Man 20, first Scorpion. Amazing Spider-Man 15, first Kraven. And Amazing Spider-Man 14, first appearance of the Green Goblin. All of these came out of one collection, and I didn't tell you this in the beginning, but I'll tell you now. He actually had a full run to about 400, starting at 14. So there's a lot I left out. First Shocker, first Prowler. Just think. First Molten Man, all those silly little villains. Everybody, everything starting at 14, right through to about 400. So there's a lot of keys. All the McFarlane stuff's in there. Everything. That's it for this video. Again, one collection. They're out there, guys. You got to find them. These things still exist out there. I've got more videos just like this with different titles. I'm not sure what's next. I have them all bunched up. Please hit that like. Leave a message in the comments if you like the format, if you like what we're doing here, because I'm going to keep this going. I'm also going to discuss books going out to CGC. There's going to be obviously a huge CGC unboxing. These are all going. All right, so we had almost 8, maybe 12, maybe almost 12 books just out of this batch going to CGC, just Amazing Spider-Man stuff. So there's going to be massive amounts of CGC unboxings, stuff going out, hauls, all that. Again, this was just Amazing Spider-Man. This was just from one collection, along with everything you've seen and everything you're going to see in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you later.